How you doing? I'm Frank Zummo from Sum 41, and we are on the Will Detonate tour of America in Lancaster, Pennsylvania today. And I'm here with fellow SJC family artist Kortney.
Hello. What's up?
What up?
Stoked to be in Lancaster for the first time ever. Today's venue is super sick. I'm just stoked to be here. Beautiful weather. Stoked to be repping some SJC today and just chit-chat about some drums. And, I don't know.
Yeah, we had some really good. I had some really good coffee. We're gonna go after
Yes.
that Buzz down the street. That
Buzz.
Ricky from SJC. They were actually here recently. Recommended. I went over there. And the dude's coming to the show tonight. Put him on the
they
list.
are?
Yeah,
Yes.
really good coffee and good
Awesome.
sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to hit that afterwards.
But like, I had this idea because I was like, we're both SJC artists on this tour. Like, we should just shoot the shit
of course.
and talk about drums and life and all that. For a little like behind the scenes tour feature, we're gonna get some footage of us both rocking tonight. But we're on the second week of this like 5-week tour.
Yeah.
It's been super fun, like so fun. The crowds have been awesome, the energy, and like it's a super eclectic tour too with the lineup. Like to have you guys open it and then have Pierce the Bell close it, it's kind of just like musically all over the place, which is cool. It's not just a whole night of the same music. And like first night we were in Denver, we did 2 nights in Denver, and our dressing room was like literally over the stage, and I was like warming up. And you guys went on, and I instantly just like stopped warming up, and I had to go listen because it sounded rad. Like I love dance music and rock music, and like you play so good. Like I was just like, I felt it through the wall, and like you hit so hard, which I love, and
Yeah.
the pocket, the groove, and like I was immediately like drawn in. So I was like, we got to do something. So it's cool being on tour with like rad drummers. We have Mike from Pierce the Veil, who's a monster, and Marosa is great. So
Yeah,
it's just like,
the man.
and drummers are cool. Drummers always do stuff like this, and
Yeah.
hang out and whatever. Like
It's a little
there's no ego.
Yeah,
It's all family, and like our kits, like I was noticing your kit, which is another beautiful SJC kit, and like I don't even know what it is. I've seen it's beautiful, so like tell me what is it?
It's just a custom maple kit. I don't know, I have a few different layers on it of just different types of paint. Just kind of sanded down to give it that like worn, kind of washy look. Some gold tarnished hardware. Let's see, it's a 12x9, 16x16, and then a classic 18x22 kit. I don't know, I'm so in love with it.
It sounds really good, and your tech too, like usually every day when I'm up there, he's tuning, and like they sound so good. Just like he's a good tuner, and the resonating on the toms and everything are just like it sounds really
Yeah, I
good.
can literally feel it like throughout the entire venue. It's,
And do you use electronics too, right?
Yep. I just use 2 rolling pads on each side just for some kick and snare, just to get that little dancey vibe, I guess.
Yep, me as well. Yeah, I love using electronics. I have a pad too, and the whole SPD sampling pad.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things. We don't.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, you get that? You said SPD inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't use any playback. So I basically am doing all the samples and some keyboard parts with my left hand.
Okay.
So we can have those because that's one thing when I got in this band I wanted to bring in, because there's things from the record that weren't being played live that I wanted to actually like. I wanted to let be heard. So I went and got all the stems from Derek and just started playing them live. So these like little keyboard sounds and things could be heard, some drum things.
Not have it all backtrack and stuff like that.
Exactly, because our show we couldn't be on tracks anyway because it's just there's a lot of breakdowns and things that just are natural that we could never
Yeah,
be
and you guys
locked
have
into
like
a
pauses
grid.
and stuff. And
It just depends on the
repeats.
crowd, how Derek his vibe is,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, and like we're not going to be any. New Hampshire's the closest we are to SJC, but I think that's still a hike. I still need to go to the factory. And, like,
I know,
want
I've
to see
never
the
been.
madness of like everything they have going on there. But yeah, my European
True.
kit they made me is distressed like yours too. It's got
Okay.
like that just beat up, distressed vibe. And then out here I have my main kit that they made me.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's like
That inlet.
yeah, and they got my Obey Chef Ferry kit that like is so beautiful to like look at and play every night. And it's crazy on this tour because I'm using Mike's drum riser, mine's 2 feet, his is 4 feet, so he's so high. Like, it took me a couple shows to get used to being so high.
Yeah.
But like,
No way, but
what I love about it is, yeah, like the band feels super disconnected for me, but I actually love it now because I can see the entire crowd
Yep.
and the whole band. So I feel like I'm in like the what do you call it? The airport, like the freaking air traffic controller
Yeah.
tower, just like watching the
view
whole.
over everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, we have a couple weeks left and all that, and then like, you know, I'm sure like people are gonna want to know that watch this, like a little bit of like back history on each one of us. Like, what's your drumming story? Like, when did you start? Like, how long you been in this band? Like, all that good stuff.
So when I was about 10 years old, my brother had a drum kit. He'd always play in the basement. He wasn't too good. And I would always just like kind of sit back and just like watch and just like be curious about it. It wasn't that like, I don't know, I didn't know that I'd even like it or anything. I was just very curious about it. I was so like intrigued by just, I don't know, this big set of whatever. And then for Christmas one year, he actually got new heads, new cymbals for me, and then totally just gave it to me for Christmas.
That's awesome.
And I sat down and I was like terrified. I like picked up the sticks. I'm like, okay, like I'm ready. Here it is. But then I was just like, I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't even hit anything from it. I just sat and stared at it. And then I don't know, just after time and time of just sitting there, I just kind of fell in love with it super slowly. And
So
kind
self-taught?
of stuck. Yep, self-taught. I took lessons for like about 2 months, learned a bunch of Blink-182 songs, and then I was just like, okay, I don't know, sit in my basement, learn covers. That's kind of, I guess, a big way of like how I learned a bunch of songs and kind of got into my own groove of things. And then, so I was in a bunch of different bands. Chapel came up about 2 years ago. Carter, my singer, we just had a bunch of mutual friends, and we just kind of vibed together musically and like had the same sense of, you know, what we wanted to be playing, and I don't know, just kind of hit it off right away and just started writing some tunes, and here we are now touring with Sum 41 Pierce Vale, and it's freaking sweet.
And did you play, speaking of, because I know you guys have 2 songs out, did you played on those as well, right?
Yes. Yep.
And what's cool about them is the drums are like super up in
Yeah.
the mix, and like
I love
you
the
actually are
drums.
playing like a lot, and I mean that in a good way. Like there's the drums and the parts are like busy but tasty and up in the mix, which is really cool just to hear drums at the forefront and like more of a band that would generally be programmed when you think of like those kind of dance rock bands and stuff. So it was cool to hear drums like up in the mix.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And all that. But it's like self-taught. Like it's funny, I have a similar story. Like my dad was a drummer, had a kit set up that I found when I was like 3, just walking through the house one day and started playing it, and like he never gave me a lesson, he never jammed with me, he never taught me, he just gave me all his records and headphones.
And just kind of
And I just learned by playing to all those records, which like were everything from all the good funk stuff to all the good rock stuff. And then like when I was like 6, I went to like real lessons to learn to read and like actually to hold the sticks the right way, which was a game changer. Just so like I didn't have problems later. Like some people hold sticks wrong and hit wrong, it's like damage.
Yeah, no, technically is a big one to get, you know, locked in right away.
Totally.
So you don't get bad habits and stuff.
And then what's speaking of touring, like what's your pre-show rituals? Because everyone's got their own like.
I know. I was
rituals.
actually gonna talk to you earlier about that. I was very curious. I'm still trying to like get kind of like in my routine and, you know, get prepared for the show like as well as I can. But usually it's just it's kind of funny. So Carter and I, one of our favorite bands is Cherub. They're just this 2-piece kind of dance poppy group. And so like an hour before the show, it should probably be a little longer, but about an hour, we just like start jamming some Cherub. I'm just kind of warming up my hands on the drum pad and just, I don't know, stretches, and we end up dancing around when it comes to like 15 minutes, you know, to set time, just jumping around, just kind of getting loose and that type of thing. But
and your set's short.
Yeah.
So it's like
about
you have to
25
play
minutes
every song at like festival style. Like,
yeah.
There's no like, oh, I'm gonna take it easy on this song. It's like, no, we need to like go.
Yeah. I know. And in between, I'm like dying, like out of breath, trying to get like a thing of water. And Carter's like, okay, next song, here we go.
For my first 3 songs, the drums don't stop, so I can't even towel, sip if there's something wrong with my kit.
I was watching you and I was like,
Yeah.
He's playing like 10 songs in a row with like not one break.
Yeah, I don't get
No,
a chance to do if anything's wrong or whatever. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I don't even have time to tell my tech that there's something wrong because it's just the
Yeah,
first
just
three
go, go, go.
just like-
Especially with drums, because like even when the rest of the band gets to chill for a second, you have to like keep something going just to keep the sound like up there. But,
And I hate dead air and I like segues and things. Like I literally just got. It's funny because you're like, oh my warm-up routine, whatever. It literally took me until our last tour, being in Europe for 9 weeks straight, to like actually get my routine that I stick to this day. Which
Yeah.
I have to improvise every day because dressing room sizes, or if we're just stuck on the bus or whatever. But like I just make it work.